Hello everyone, just going to give you an update on the winter storm situation and my current forecast for how much snow we're going to get. So this is again the interactive weather map that I found that I'm going to be using a lot. First let me just tell you guys we are in for a major winter storm, so get ready. So I'm just going to give you the general summary of what's going to happen first with the low pressure system. So it's going to come into the California coast within the next few hours. Actually, it's probably there already. And it's going to move southeast into Texas by tomorrow. So it'll be around there. During the day on Sunday, it's going to continue to move east. And it'll be around here during the day on Sunday. And then it's going to track a little more northeasterly, so it'll be around there during Sunday night, early Monday. And then by Monday night into Tuesday, the low pressure goes out there, probably around there. So this is the path it's going to take. Alright, and the models are pretty keen on this track. This is the primary low pressure system that's bringing us the heavy snow. It's bringing a month's worth of rain to California. More rain than they've seen in a really long time, so they need that though because they have a drought out there. It might bring some severe weather down into this area as well, and then the band of heavy snow on the northern side. So that is the general setup of how this is going to play out. And I just want to again reiterate that if there's any deviation in the track of where this goes, that will make a very significant difference in the amount of snow we get. So why don't we look at forecast models now? Alright, this is the GFS. We are on Sunday. Oh, and actually before I come back here, so this is the general track of the primary low pressure system. Alright, so let's get rid of this stuff. Before the low pressure system moves through, a cold front is going to move through, and that's associated with a different low pressure system up here. So during the day, on Sunday, you're going to have a low pressure system tracking across southern Canada, like so. And that's going to drag a cold front through, and we're going to get like an initial burst of light precipitation with that cold front. So it's going to be more like that. So this cold front is going to move through with that low pressure system, like that, like so. And then it's going to stall. This low pressure system is going to stall. The cold front is going to stall. And now when your low pressure comes here, it's going to be forced up the coast along the front. And high pressure up here during the day on Monday is also going to work to bring it up. Alright, so that's your general setup. So you're going to get an initial light precipitation with that, and then heavier snow as the low pressure moves in. And this is also going to help to usher in some colder air. Looking at the GFS, this is our setup on Sunday. Here's your wind map. And here's the low pressure system that's going to be dragging its cold front through. So let's move ahead here. Alright, now we're still on Sunday. This disturbance here is the primary storm, actually. This is the storm that brought months worth of rain to California, and it's going to bring us the heavy snow. And now there's another disturbance that's going to be coming up here, and that's going to kind of guide this disturbance and where it's going to go. So let's keep going here. There it is again. And you can see this disturbance up here coming in. And also just notice something right now. Right now, the isobars are neutrally tilted. Neutral. And the tilt of the trough plays a very important role in where the storm gets its moisture from. Okay? So since it's a little neutrally tilted here, it's going to be pulling in Gulf moisture, this storm. Okay, it's going to be pulling in a lot of Gulf moisture. Alright, and pay attention to the tilt as we move east. So here's the other disturbance in the jet stream up here, and this disturbance is going to kind of guide where this is going to go, and these two are going to phase as we get over here. Alright, there it is. Still, it's actually slightly negative now. It's still mostly neutral, but slightly negative tilt, so it's going to be taking in Gulf moisture still. Alright, and now, there it is. It's negatively tilted, and it's kind of phasing with this, so this is going to enhance precipitation a little bit. So what's going to happen is, because this is a negatively tilted trough, it's going to be taking in Atlantic Ocean moisture now. So there's going to be a lot of liquid associated with the system, and that's going to become in the form of snow. So the negative tilt really aids the heavy snow that we're going to get. Alright, and then it moves out. Okay, so now we'll look at the low pressure track that GFS wants to pay attention to this low. And another thing that these models, all of them, are doing now is they're developing like secondary lows ahead of the primary low. Probably because there's a lot of instability where the storm is going, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But that's another thing that's going to enhance precipitation. You have, this is not the main low. This is a different low that formed ahead of the primary low. And with that, you're going to get probably an additional band of snow out ahead of the primary low over here. And all models are showing that now. Before it was just the GFS. Now all of the models are showing that. So then there's your main low. So it starts down here and it goes up there. The European is actually going a little farther north now. So if that happens, we would get heavier snow. Alright, and the last thing we're going to do on this video is we're going to look at our precipitation map down here. Alright, and this is what the GFS is predicting for precipitation. So this is still Sunday. Actually, it's late Sunday night. There comes the snow. Right? Alright, so notice how we are pretty much right in the dead center of the heaviest precipitation. Like the dead center, like it's just perfect. We're in the center. And then it's out by Tuesday. Okay, so that's the GFS's forecast, American model. In the next video, we'll take a brief look at the European model, and then I'll explain the setup and why that's going to be conducive to heavy snow.